Okay, welcome back to the video. This is a Wuben G5, a very unique flashlight from the people at Wuben. Close up look at it. It's very thin, rectangular in shape. Magnetic bottom. There's a hole right there for your lanyard. This is the switch here. So when it's all the way down, it's in the lock position. If you move it just one up, you'll feel it click. Now you can operate the light. And if you push it all the way up, it's in the mode for charging the battery, which exposes the USB-C charging port. So when you have the light in operation, it only needs to be down at this point. And then that way, when the light is in operation, your USB-C charging port is protected from any dust intrusion. And then when you need to actually charge the light, you just slide it all the way up. That gives you access to the port. And then when you're not using the light and you completely want to lock it out, you just slide the slider all the way down. Your USB port is covered and the light is completely locked out and it won't do anything. So it's actually three positions: locked and off, on, light for operation, light operation and RGB, and then all the way up to expose the port for charging. So I'll just move it down into the light position, so now the light's ready to work. But before I turn it on, there's a few other things I want to look at on this light. And one of them is this swiveling head up here. This actually rotates 180 degrees. So right now it's facing forward, but you can grab it. It's a little tricky to do with gloves on. And you can point it all the way up and it'll stand. So you can go hands free in any direction. And it'll also go all the way to the back, which is pretty neat. And the other thing that does kind of the same thing is this belt clip right here. So this belt clip, if you pull it out, and it's going to be a little difficult with gloves on, pull it out, it'll actually slide all the way to the back. Then you release it, so you can use the light. You know, if you can slide it on the rim of a hat that way, with the light pointing forward if you want it. And you can rotate it back to the side. And it'll also rotate to the front of the light as well. Pretty unique feature for a flashlight, I think. And it's got a dial right here. This will adjust your light intensity all the way up to 400 lumens. That's your power button there, right there. So to turn the light on, it's just a single press of the button. Now if you want to adjust the light's intensity, you just rotate the dial. That'll go all the way up to 400 lumens. Keep turning until you get a single flash. And that lets you know that the light is at its highest point. And if you rotate it in the other direction, try to get my hands out of the way. It'll go all the way down and it'll flash again once you get to the lowest point to let you know that you're in your lowest setting. And it's just a single press again to shut it off. Now to do the RGB part of it. Okay, now to operate the light, this is a little more difficult than the Wuben E7, which I have here. Because of the RGB lights, it's a little more complicated. So I got the booklet here. So it shows here on the booklet, one click, turn the white light on, one click to shut it off. So one on, one off, one on, and then again you can adjust it with this dial. So it'll flash there telling me it's in low. Turn it all the way up to its brightest mode. Flash again to tell me it's in high. I'll bump it all the way down again into low mode. There's the flash. So it's just a one press on and off, which makes sense. Okay, so now the light's on, low mode. If you look down, it says hold RGB or white light to go back and forth. But the light has to be in the on position in its white mode to do that. So if we press and hold, it goes red. Now that I'm in red, which is where I left it off at, I can actually use this dial again to cycle through all of the different colors, which actually shows you on the other page here, right there. So you turn that dial, goes to go yellow, into a red, into purple, blue, green, yellow, and then back to red. I don't know if you can hear the dial has a bit of a click to it when you're using when you use the dial, and you can feel it too. So that's all the operations right there on that page that operates the light. So press and hold, goes back to white, press and hold, back to your RGB setting, and use your dial to play around with the different colors. So I'll just leave it in green RGB. We'll flip over to the next page. This is where it gets a little bit trickier. But once you get used to it, it won't be an issue. Actually, I'll flip it to red. So you can see there, it's red. And you got your different colors that move down here. And that's what I just did with the dial. That's what the power button with the arrow is showing you. That's when we cycled through all of these colors here. Now if I were to double click it while it's in its RGB mode, it's in red. So if I double click, I get a red flash. Now if I double click again, which is telling us over here, it goes solid red. Now I can adjust to purple. So now if I double click, it'll flash in purple. Double click again to return to solid purple. make any adjustments I want. Say I want green, adjust it to green. There's green. Double click. Flash green. And you can do that in every color. So you can go solid in every color, and you can go flashing in every color. Now if we move kind of down to the bottom here, where it shows one click RGB, you can see the light indicator, it's got no little lines on the end of it. So if I just one click, it's off. Just like it says down here, one click RGB, light goes off. Now when it's off and I'm in RGB mode, if I double click, I get red and yellow flashing, which is actually the one here in the end, red and yellow. So if I double click again, now it's red blue. Try not to point it directly at the camera. And if I flash it or double tap it one more time, or double press, it's green red flash, which is the one in the middle. And then just one touch to shut it off. So that's all the operation of light right there. Again, some more of the specs on the light. So its highest lumen setting is 400. And its RGB light is at 10. The beacons are at 10. Nice little booklet. It's actually in a book, not one of those big fold out pieces of paper that you get with some. I actually prefer the booklets. Some QR codes there. So here's the light itself. And it's all its operations. I think I covered everything on the light. Magnet seems to be pretty good. Holds well. It's got a good little snap to it. So that works well. On the bottom here, these grooves almost look like it's meant to slide into something. I don't think that's what they're for, but it kind of looks that way. Put that in the off mode. I'll have to get this plugged in and put a charge on it. So there's the light itself. Just have a quick look at the some of the stuff that came in the box. Came with the charging cable, USB-C, a lanyard, and a slip ring here for the lanyard. And the box is kind of cool. Slides out from the bottom here. Actually, let me zoom out a little bit. Gotta have a look at the box. A lot of work goes into these boxes. I know most people find the box boring and just throw it away, but I figure it's nice to show it. And everything came in this little plastic Ziploc bag. That's the outer case. It's actually quite a big box for the size of the light. Oh, there you go. Wuben G5. I'll end the video right there. I think I covered everything. I hope. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. and see you all in the next one.